I couldn't hold it in. Ye-jin cries over Hyun. What really happened behind the scenes? Why did Korea's beloved actress Ye-jin break down in tears the moment Hyun's name was mentioned? What sorrow lies beneath their fairy tale love story that fans never saw coming? Tonight, Red Carpet Revealed pulls back the curtain on a secret that's been hidden for too long. Stay with us. What we're about to uncover will leave you speechless. It began as the romance of the decade. Two of South Korea's most iconic stars, Ye-jin, the nation's beloved melodrama queen, and Hyun, the stoic heartthrob with eyes full of quiet fire, fell in love on screen and continued the story off-screen. From the icy tensions of Crash Landing on You to the warm wedding photos that melted hearts worldwide, it seemed nothing could shake their golden image. Last week, under the spotlight of a quiet stage in Seoul, the image cracked. Standing in front of a modest audience at a private charity gala, Ye-jin was asked a question she had answered 100 times before: how has your first year of marriage been? At first, she smiled, the practiced smile, the poised demeanor. But then her eyes began to shimmer. Her lips trembled. She exhaled sharply and whispered just 7 words that stunned everyone into silence. I couldn't hold it in anymore. The room fell still. And then, in full view of the crowd, Ye-jin began to cry. The cracks beneath the crown. To the world, their love story seemed like destiny fulfilled. But those closest to the couple revealed that the first year of their married life was far from the dream fans imagined. An inside source, someone from Ye-jin's own makeup team, shared a startling confession: people only see the glitz, the gowns, the magazine covers. What they don't see are the tears she wipes away backstage, or the way her voice shakes when she talks about how alone she feels, even with millions watching. After their high-profile wedding, Ye-jin took a break from filming to embrace a quieter life. What followed was a period of deep emotional turbulence. While Hyun threw himself back into work, filming multiple projects across Asia, Ye-jin stayed home, pregnant, emotional, and often isolated. Despite the glowing headlines and congratulatory fans, she was quietly battling the silent pressures of marriage, motherhood, and maintaining a perfect public persona. Hyun's absence, and the loneliness no one saw. Multiple insiders confirm what many had only speculated. Hyun's schedule was brutal. One manager stated he wanted to support Ye-jin, but there were times when he was gone for weeks. And the more he tried to stay strong for her, the more distant he became. During that time, Ye-jin reportedly suffered from postpartum anxiety, a condition she never spoke of publicly but that those around her noticed in hushed whispers and late-night phone calls. She would ask, "Am I a bad wife for feeling lonely? Should I be stronger?" said a close friend. The reality behind the romantic headlines was far more fragile than anyone knew. A tearful revelation no one expected. That fateful night at the charity event, it all came to the surface. Trying to compose herself, Ye-jin continued, tears falling freely now. I thought I was prepared for love. For marriage. Being the couple everyone looked up to. But no one prepares you for the weight of expectations. The silence between two people who love each other but don't know how to say "I'm struggling." The crowd, stunned into emotional paralysis, watched as the icon of elegance shed her mask. He's a good man. A great husband. But we're still learning how to be partners in a world that never lets us rest. There was no PR team to cut her off. No cameras to stage a dramatic pause. Just one woman, bearing her soul. Hyun breaks his silence. Very next morning, headlines exploded across every major Korean and international news outlet. Photos of Ye-jin wiping her tears spread like wildfire on social media, accompanied by hashtags like #StayStrongYejin and #WeLoveBinJin. Then, just hours later, Hyun was spotted arriving unexpectedly at Ye-jin's filming set, canceling a scheduled promotional appearance in Busan. Paparazzi caught a rare moment. He held her hand. No smiles, just quiet support. Later, in a brief interview with a close entertainment reporter, Hyun said, "Sometimes I forget she's not just Ye-jin the actress, she's my wife. My partner. And she's carrying a lot more than I see." I'm listening now. The public, used to his guarded demeanor, was floored. That night, after the charity gala, the cameras stopped flashing. The lights dimmed. The audience went home, and social media lit up with 1,000 voices: sympathy, surprise, admiration. But somewhere in the quiet hills of their private residence, a different kind of conversation was happening, one without microphones, one that had waited far too long. Hyun Bin arrived home past midnight. Ye-jin was sitting alone on the balcony, still in the pale blue gown from earlier, her hair loosened, her makeup slightly smudged, not from artistry, but from tears. He didn't say anything at first. Sat beside her. The silence between them, heavy with unspoken disappointment, now trembled with vulnerability. "I didn't mean to embarrass us," she whispered. He turned to her slowly, his voice slower than usual. "You didn't embarrass us. You saved us." It was the first time in months they had spoken with nothing filtered, no scripts, no roles to play, just two people caught between love and expectation. "I missed you," she said. "I've been here," he replied, looking down. "But I wasn't present. And I'm sorry." The confession hit harder than anything else, as it was true. The silent burden of being watched. What made their pain so intense wasn't just the distance between them, it was the inescapable eyes of the world watching every step. Every time they held hands, it became a headline. Every time they didn't, it sparked rumors. The pressure to appear flawless had built a cage around them, one they didn't even realize they were trapped in. Close family member shared discreetly, they couldn't argue like a normal couple. If she raised her voice, it became Son Ye-jin is breaking down. Apostrophe if he looked tired, it became Hyun Bin is done with marriage. Apostrophe imagine trying to fix your relationship with millions of people dissecting your every glance. The turning point, a decision behind closed doors. After that night, something shifted. For the first time in months, they sat down together with no schedules, no managers, no stylists, just coffee, and a long, raw conversation that stretched into the morning light. What came out of it wasn't a perfect solution, but it was real. They made a decision to step back, together. No more back-to-back projects, no more staged appearances. They would take time, for each other, for themselves, for the truth behind their image. Hyun Bin, true to his word, pulled out of a major film production set for overseas filming. Son Ye-jin turned down several endorsement deals, shocking her agency. But neither of them cared. For once, they were choosing their reality over their reputation. When fans heard about their hiatus, the reaction was unexpected. Instead of outrage, it was overwhelming support. "Take all the time you need, Bin Jin. We'll be here when you're ready." Love isn't a drama. It's messy. It's painful. But it's worth fighting for. Even A-list celebrities, who normally stay silent, voiced their support. Actress Kim Hye-soo reposted a photo of Ye-jin with the caption, "Strength is not hiding your pain, it's showing it and still choosing to love." Mental health advocates and counselors even praised Ye-jin for shattering the illusion of celebrity perfection and speaking honestly about marital challenges. Weeks later, a handwritten note surfaced on an anonymous online forum, believed to have been pinned by Son Ye-jin herself and leaked by someone close to the couple. It read, "I've been told that love is beautiful. No one told me it would be terrifying. Terrifying to lose, to fail, to not be enough. Choose him. I choose us, even when it hurts. Especially when it hurts." The post was never confirmed by her agency, but it went viral within hours, igniting a new wave of admiration and emotional resonance from fans across Asia. Now, weeks after the emotional unraveling that exposed the cracks beneath their carefully curated love story, the couple is slowly re-emerging. Not as the flawless figures they once were, but as something more powerful, human, wounded, and still holding on. Photographers recently spotted the couple at a quiet seaside village. No bodyguards, no stylists, no fanfare. Just the two of them, walking hand in hand along the shore. Smiling. Healing. A bystander who happened to witness the moment said, "Didn't look like celebrities. They looked like two people in love, trying again." And somehow, that was more beautiful than any drama they've ever done. A love story no longer fits inside the frame of a tabloid headline or a K-drama script. It's messier. It's real. Filled with cracks, but also the light that pours through them. Son Ye-jin once cried because she couldn't hold it in. Now, perhaps, she doesn't have to anymore. As the world has seen the truth. And the truth is, real love isn't flawless. It's fierce. It's forgiving, it's fragile, and still worth every